Wiley Sanders' 2020 vision for you is hauling lots of freight. We got it. Safe equipment, we got that. Lots of quality home time and great benefits like matching your 401k up to 4% of your gross pay. Blue Cross Blue Shield, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Wiley Sanders' 2020 vision for you is hauling lots of freight. We got it. Safe equipment, we got that. Lots of quality home time and great benefits like matching your 401k up to 4% of your gross pay. Blue Cross Blue Shield, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. At Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, the only place you'll be stopping is at the bank. Wiley, money, money, money. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today.
Troy Cable Security Wi-Fi doorbell camera allows you to answer the door from your smartphone when you are at home, at work, or on the go. When a visitor presses the button, Troy Cable Security sends a live video feed to your smartphone so you can see, hear, and speak to the person at your door. With the doorbell camera, you can have your porch light turn on automatically when it detects motion at night to create the appearance that someone is at home. You can view video clips so you can always know who stopped by when you are out. Troy Cable Security. You love them, protect them.
Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Line. How excited am I? That excited. I am really excited. We have approached another month to pick our driver of the month. We got some special guests. We got 1 hour drivers here, Mr. Anthony Knight. We also have his dispatcher, Mr. Richard Ray, and they're going to join us and we're going to tell, I guess, how did he get to be driver of the month? I'm sure it was a great adventure getting there. And to our other driver of the month, Miss Mahone, I want to say to you to stay in prayer. I heard about Friday, and I heard about the family members you lost back to back there, and I want to tell you that we're going to devote Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Lines to you this morning because you're not here because of a death in the family, and my heart deeply goes out to you. Wiley Sanders Trucking Company deeply go out to you this morning. I get lost for words with stuff like that because that is so sad. There's nothing really we can do about that when that happened but say that we're with you. We got your back, and if you need anything, feel free to reach out and call us because you're one of us. And to all my drivers out there, good morning to you. Been getting a good buzz on the driver of the month, and we're just really excited about it. Change where we put the sign at. Gonna put 2 signs up, but one is on the side of the building when you go out the gate. It's sitting up high. We felt like you guys are the higher part of the company, so we wanted you up high. And we also, the driver's lounge belongs to you, was built for you, so we're gonna put your names up in front of the driver's lounge. So I'm excited about this month. But what I'm really excited about, we have added, ever since this driver of the month come out, we tweak it as we go. And another little tweak we did to it is called the Driver of the Month Fast Pass. I know Anthony Knight is thinking, boy, do I need one of them. Well, it is new. And what this Fast Pass does, exactly what it says. You present this at any of the departments that you're at, and you're next. You're next. So this is the Driver of the Month Fast Pass, and it was thought of by one of the guys that works in the inspection lane. Not going to call his name yet because we ain't talked to him about it, but real happy about it. Real happy about it. So we're going to do that. And hey, I'm not going to hold the time up because, we got our sheriff for Pike County. That's good about Pike County. We've had the same sheriff for a long time. I'm going to find out how many years he's been up there today. He's going to pull this ticket, and somebody else is going to be driver of the month. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Tune in to our live broadcast Monday mornings from 8:30 to 9:30 on TC2. Do you have a business in our area or thinking of opening a business in our area? If so, let's talk about it on Truck Talk. No charge to you. That's right, no charge to you. No charge to you. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama, committed to the community. Remember, drive for the best. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Troy Cable Security makes it easy to stay aware and stay in control of your home wherever you are. User-friendly interface allows easy navigation for lights, locks thermostat, video and garage doors. Never worry about leaving your garage door open or the front door unlocked. Your mobile app can send alerts to your phone for alarm and no alarm events. Know when your children arrive home from school with video response. Make sure your home is powered by Troy Cable Security for ultimate access, awareness, and protection.
Wiley Sanders' 2020 vision for you is hauling lots of freight. We got it. Safe equipment, we got that. Lots of quality home time and great benefits like matching your 401k up to 4% of your gross pay. Blue Cross Blue Shield, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Wiley Sanders' 2020 vision for you is hauling lots of freight. We got it. Safe equipment, we got that. Lots of quality home time and great benefits like matching your 401k up to 4% of your gross pay. Blue Cross Blue Shield, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. At Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, the only place you'll be stopping is at the bank. Wiley, money, money, money. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today. Sheriff, good morning to you. How you doing this morning?
Good morning.
Good.
Doing
Glad
well.
to have you.
Good to be here.
I have to say, every time I ask you, you always come and help me. See, let me tell you, this pulling this ticket can get real serious because we got guys that are excited about this. So I say, I'm gonna let the sheriff pull the ticket. I'm gonna let him bring one of his workers with him, one of his chief. That's the chief man, ain't it?
Captain Sam Mallory.
Captain Sam Mallory. You know, Sam, he be.
Oh, yeah.
He don't hold up long. He just throw his hand up and keep going. Captain.
Yes, sir.
Now, you two guys are going to be on the spot. Now, I'm going to give you all a choice. One can pull the buck division and one can pull the van division. The buck trucks come in and out a lot. Okay. So they'll get to see you for the van division. But before I do that, that is Mr. Richard Ray.
I know
Now,
that.
he told me, when I told him you was coming, he said, oh, Russell Thomas coming? I said, yeah, that's the sheriff. Where you know Richard from?
Just know him. Just been knowing
Just
him
know
a long
him.
time. Good man.
Is there anybody in Pike County you don't know, Sheriff?
Well, I hope I know him. I hope I know most of them.
You got to know him. You've been
At
there
least I
long.
hope they know me.
You got elected position, so you must know everybody. How long has it been now?
Well, I've been in it almost 36 years, and I've been sheriff. This is my 7th term, my 26 years, and I'll be running for re-election in 2022. So.
Re-election, and you going to run?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, I know this. They run against you. They running with a heavyweight. And do you know that man sitting next to you?
I don't think so.
That's Mr. Anthony Knight. He was driver of the month.
Congratulations.
Yeah, now
Drive for a good
Anthony
company.
tells me all the time, I have to listen to this. Now he done proved to me in the gym that he could outwork me. Now, I won't give him that. He like killed me there one day. I just wouldn't sit. My pride wouldn't let me. But I was so glad when I left there, I didn't know what to do. But he say he can truck like I used to truck. Jeff, you've been in this town a long time. You should just see that record coming in and out. Just in and out.
It used to go hard. You know, I said used to.
That's right. I'm gonna tell you something though. He changed. He runs for Richard. Richard was brought into the Sanders family to run a division we call it SCD, Southeastern District. And Anthony came to work with us, and let me tell you something. He set the bar high in that division. And I know he don't want to say this because he got 31 other drivers, but he's gonna be hard to beat. He's gonna be hard.
You know, Sanders trucking is kind of like being sheriff.
Okay.
If you surround yourself with good people, you'll be successful.
That's why you got the camera in here.
That's right.
That's why you bought it with you. I told you to bring
exactly
something.
right.
You bought a heavyweight with you there. I told you to bring
Good.
something.
All right.
You know, that makes sense. Because in my recruiting department, they say I'm the head recruiter, but I don't tell them that. I say we're a team.
That's right.
And we work together. I had Pastor Taylor there this morning, and that's how I introduced him. I said, these are the people that work with me.
Right.
No big eyes and big Q's. You know,
Right.
it's a towel.
That's
A
right.
towel is
That's
nothing.
exactly
It's what
right.
you got in your heart.
That's exactly right.
And that's how, and I approach that job like that. And I think that's why I've been successful and we've been lucky. We work together. Brandon Jordan, couldn't do without her. Keith, couldn't do without him. Ricky Free, couldn't do without him. Dale Clifton, couldn't do without him. Nobody in that safety department I could do what I do without them. And I'm wise enough to know that. Our boss said that too. So when you find yourself in a room and you're the smartest one in there, you might better try to find the door.
Real quick, like,
I'm not smart, but I'm good-hearted. I think that carries you further than anything.
I do too. I do too. Good
I
heart,
think you're
good common
hard.
sense.
Yeah, and that's why you've been the sheriff so long. People know you're gonna do what's right, but if you can help, you're gonna help. Just like now, you didn't really have to come up here, but you came when the pandemic first came out. You came to the job and told us things to do and stuff. And if there's ever been a time, and the reason I had law enforcement guy, Pastor Taylor, to pray this morning for us. And I just feel if there's ever been a time that we need to bridge the law enforcement and the community is now.
Right.
We need to bridge that. Because I don't want to see this world without you guys.
That's right.
I want y'all to stay. I want y'all to stay, so we got to bridge that. You know, some people make mistakes and some don't. Everybody's not bad.
That's right.
We got good
Exactly
people,
right.
we got bad people, you know.
Sure
And I like to think Pike County got nothing but the finest officers, deputies, officers, whatever, anything in law enforcement. I like to think we got the finest. I love Pike County. Anthony and I,
Yes, sir.
what did you think when you got to be driver of the month? What come across your mind?
Truly.
Oh boy. Yeah, truly.
It's about time.
You thought it was about that? And you know what? He's answering that as honestly as he could, because we take driver of the month and we put it up on the side of the building. And well, we just started talking, but we used to put it right in front of the scales. And this idea, I came up with it at a doctor's office one day. But anyway, and it just now you do something that just catch on fire. And we tweaked it. Other people have come in with ideas or come up with the shirts the other day, you know, to make them shirts. But drivers have just took to it. They have just took to it. And everybody wants to be in them lights. We call it being in them lights. And we make a big deal out of it. We put their name up. And now, one of the guys in the inspection lane come to me the other day and said, won't we get a driver of the month a fast pass? Now, I'm hoping this don't get us in trouble, but this guy, the driver of the month, all he gonna have to do is show this. He's next. So like at a ball game, or you ever been to Disney World and you had a... and then listen to the answer, they said, wait till I went to driver of the month. You would have used, but you don't come to Troy. This is a guy that comes to Troy. And if he's leaving, and we have people to do it, well, he does it himself. If he's leaving the next day, he comes in there on Saturday and hook his truck, make sure he's cleared out, he's ready to go.
That's
He's
good.
that good.
And you know, employees, people want to know that they're appreciated. You know, and it's a good thing that you recognize your employees and show your appreciation.
Yeah. I bet you can still see how they cooking for your guys. Huh?
Oh yeah. And you know, we're like family. We look out for each other. Our children been raised together, and we all know each other, know each other's families, and we have a good organization, good people.
Ain't that good about Pike County?
That's really good.
If you go to a ball game, you're going to about know everybody there. Go to a restaurant. You know, I go to Sisters. I don't care how crowded it is. They say, we ain't got no seating. I just look around. I find somebody sitting. I say, hey, tell him I'm coming to sit with you. I say, hey, tell him I'm coming. And your neighbor say, yeah, oh, come on, you know. And that's what you can do. But you can get in these big cities. I'm not down in the big cities, but I'm not going to get nothing for the country life.
That's
You
right.
two guys got to go. They're going to stay here with me a little while. So who wants the band and who wants the book?
I'll take the band.
You'll take the band.
I'll leave the book to the sheriff.
You lead the boat to the sheriff. Yeah, you gonna see
There
this.
more votes in the book.
I done about the sheriff. Come on now. You ain't got to run to 2022. You good. You good.
And what's
All
this?
right, all my drivers, y'all see this. This is the M. Nothing to do with it. Here we go. Read me that name. Just take out one.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Driver's name, Gordon.
That's one of them dispatchers, right? Let's see. He's on truck 599. Gordon Covington. Wow. Carrington. Gordon Carrington. I don't know him. 599. All right. No, that ain't nothing. That's 599. Ooh, I'm gonna get on Michael Glasscott. Michael Glasscott, you're gonna have to do better. All right, here we go, Sheriff. You shake it up. I ain't gonna even touch you, because them guys come to Troy every other day. They're gonna be flagging you down. Sheriff got one.
We need to get a Pike County voter.
Read it off, Sheriff. It may be you a Pike County voter. Who'd you get?
Gray McCord,
What truck number is it?
4020.
4020, Greg McCord. I wonder who that is. I don't know. This is,
Maybe it's Greg McCord.
Yeah.
Greg McCord.
Yeah, Greg McCord. Truck 4020. TJ
I don't see as
Sneed.
good as I used to.
His dispatcher is TJ Sneed. Well, Sam, I know you're
Thank you.
thinking that's the first time Allstate ever called me to do something. It was just like he said. He didn't want nothing else. That's all I wanted.
Enjoy
We
it.
thank you.
Enjoy
Yeah,
it.
we thank
Enjoyed
you.
it.
And I want to say this, and I want to make sure everybody in Pike County that's listening at the show hear me. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines thanks you guys for the things you do. The community thanks you, Sheriff, and your employees. You have just always been a hands-on sheriff. You got to open up policy. I'm gonna be honest. I come in that courtroom sometime and I just walk back in the courthouse and I walk back there and look because you've always told me your door is open. I have not seen it closed.
I've always
That's pretty hard to beat.
I've always had an open door policy, and you, as well as everybody out there, are invited to come in and speak and visit with us at the sheriff's office, because that office belongs to the people of the county and to the citizens of the county. And we want to thank the Sanders and the KW family for all y'all do for Pike County and have done through the years. And thank you for being in Pike County.
Now I'm gonna tell you something. Big things happening at KW. That's all I'm gonna say. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Tune in to our live broadcast Monday mornings from 8:30 to 9:30 on TC2. Do you have a business in our area or thinking of opening a business in our area? If so, let's talk about it on Truck Talk. No charge to you. That's right, no charge to you. No charge to you. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama, committed to the community. Remember, drive for the best. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama.
Troy Cable Security makes it easy to stay aware and stay in control of your home wherever you are. User-friendly interface allows easy navigation for lights, locks thermostat, video, and garage doors. Never worry about leaving your garage door open or the front door unlocked. Your mobile app can send alerts to your phone for alarm and no alarm events. Know when your children arrive home from school with video response. Make sure your home is powered by Troy Cable Security for ultimate access, awareness, and protection.
Wiley Sanders 2020 vision for you is hauling lots of freight. We got it. Safe equipment, we got that. Lots of quality home time and great benefits like matching your 401k up to 4% of your gross pay. Blue Cross Blue Shield, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Wiley Sanders 2020 vision for you is hauling lots of freight. We got it. Safe equipment, we got that. Lots of quality home time and great benefits like matching your 401k up to 4% of your gross pay. Blue Cross Blue Shield, Wiley Sanders Truck Line. At Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, the only place you'll be stopping is at the bank. Wiley, money. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today. And we're back with Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. You know, that was good to have our sheriff to come in here and just do that. In a town like this, you can do it. And you know, Richard, me and you was talking the other day, and you come from another truck line that's in another town, and I just assumed you lived there. And you said, no, I live in Troy. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. I rode over there every day.
I drove over there every day. Well, let me ask you something. Of your years of driving, and I'm just going to put you on the spot. Of your years of dispatching, have you ever run up on many like Mr. Knight?
You know, honestly, I haven't.
And you know, let me say this. Let me say
And I'm just being honest with you. I'm being honest with you.
Yeah. He's different. He's
No
different.
doubt.
He's different.
No doubt.
And Anthony, I want to say to you on behalf of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, thank you, man. You have, you know, I talked to Anthony and we worked out in the gym together. As you can see, he works out. And he told me, he said, in about 3 months, I'm coming over there with you. I said, really? He said, yeah. And 3 months later, within the days, he called me. He said, well, matter of fact, 3 weeks prior to it, he called me and told me when he'll be there. And I did not believe it. I'm going to say it right here and sit with him. I said, man, he ain't going to tell me 3 months. He ain't coming. They've been saying that for 3 months. And sure enough, about that weekend, I think he felt that I didn't really think he was coming, because he said, you got me ready now? You got me ready? This so I got to saying, are you really coming? Are you really coming? And he came and he got in that SCD division, but he does it a little differently. Well, I'll let you explain it how he does it, because you probably want some of your other drivers to hear that. Tell me how Anthony does it to be so successful with it.
Well, he don't waste any time. I mean, you know, time he gets, you know, he started out doing, he was going from, he'd pick up from Troy and he'd go to Atlanta. He'd deliver first thing that morning. He'd leave out sometime during the middle of the night. He'd be right back. You know, he'd work his breaks in to where he could turn around, he could do it again. So he was averaging about, what, 500 a day?
550 somewhere in that
More
area.
than that. And you know, and another thing is, most weekends he wants to do a little bit extra, so he just adds on to it. Then he got to where, you know, he'd want to start off on a Monday delivery somewhere out of state, Florida, Carolinas, just, you know, wherever we could get him, 500-600 miles, and he'd come back, he'd run short the rest of the week.
Yeah. I guess it's a system and a method to everything you do. One of the things I've noticed about him is the way he carries stuff on the yard.
Exactly.
He's learned to you know, and I say this to my shop. I feel we have a state-of-the-art shop. There's nothing to 18-wheeler we can't do. And people don't really, but drivers, I'm gonna talk to the drivers. Drivers don't realize the time it takes. But we had a significant case last week. Driver was a little upset because they was ready to go. But they come in late, and you know, and they try to take them in line and buy priority loads. But they wind up not getting this truck in there until about like 4:30. Well, what happens? Driver didn't write it up, but the inspection lane had rolled up check brakes. You know, the guy in the inspection lane, he just has a little gauge he goes by, but the mechanic makes the final and the last decision. And I pulled down there because I've been asked about the truck by the driver, and I pulled down there to see, you know, what did they think the time was going to be. Say, Hoss is going to be a little bit. Got to have 4 sets of brake shoes on. I took that and used it as a tool to the driver. I said, did you write up anything about your brakes? He said, no. I said, you got to have 4 sets. Now, the same thing would have happened if he'd went to a DOT inspection. And I'm going to get to that because I think Anthony was checked and passed with flying colors. And things like that, I think sometimes the drivers miss. You got to have your truck in a condition that it don't break down on you, and that if you get checked, you're going to pass. And if that truck had got out of there, I'm just taking up for the system at the shop. Right. If that truck had not, if we had not had the system in place we got, that truck would have got on the road, got caught with brake shoes. That would have been a major fine. You'd have had to get a mechanic out there. They don't, God knows what it would have cost.
No doubt.
So, you know, when you talk to your drivers, tell them that that shop is for their benefit. It's nothing like being broke down. My truck broke down on me going to a couple of classes, and man, I was so mad. I mean, I was just, you know, you don't realize that is your transportation till it becomes not to be your transportation.
Right. That's right.
So Anthony, I want you to tell me, because he called me, and I love drivers to take pride in it. He was checked by the DOT, and he called me and told me the level and all. You know, we give out rewards for that. Because it takes the driver, Richard, to make that become successful. If that driver don't check things and do things, he won't get it. And it's good for us with our insurance and everything, and we love it when a driver gets that. And I didn't say that to him when he told me about it because I didn't want him to get to overthink it, but I was like, wow, what a good time for me. Because everybody's hard on the shop. Everybody wants to beat the shop, or everybody wants to beat the shop. Well, let me tell you something. Without the shop, we in trouble.
That's right.
John Smothers, I take my hat off to him. He got me calling him. He got the dispatchers calling him, Kid Bray. And sometimes I just take turns. Because if I tell a driver I'm going to check on something, I check on it. But I also have to tell the driver, look, man, you really want this done. You really want this done. So Anthony, tell me, just like start off when you pulled in there, what was the conversation like?
Well, he just told me that he was doing a random check. And he said he was going to do a level 3, which is basically paperwork and logbooks. And I had my co-driver with me at the time, so it was a good experience, so he could see exactly what the level 3 is. And when he checked it, he wanted me to send my logs to him, which a lot of people don't know how to send their logs through with the computer, with the E-Rod. because you have to go through the E-Rod first, and then the DOT gonna give you a code that for that particular way station, then kind of basically email it to him through that, so he can see everything on that log that you see. And he checked me about 25, 30 minutes, came back, said no violations, no logbook errors, anything. And then we was in California, got a level 1 out there, no violations again.
He said twice.
Twice. He said you had a light out for the tag at. He said I'm not gonna write it up because it can't control that when it was working when I did the pre-trip inspection. So my co-driver has really called a level 1 and 3, and level 1 is the most severe because they do paperwork, log books, and equipment. And I don't know if I'm gonna take credit for the equipment because the macro 30 is what I send in when I come to the yard, and the shop catches anything I miss.
Yeah.
So
just like I was just saying. Yeah.
So that's it. But the miles, I was kind of skeptical when I came over here with the miles.
Yeah.
But I was good. Once a couple of weeks went by, I feel like it was pretty good. But the driver is only good as his dispatcher and his load coordinators.
How much he give you to say that?
Nothing. Because if the dispatcher don't read me how I run, he's not going to give me miles. If the load planner don't have faith in me, he's not going to get a dispatcher the loads to give to me. So
What you say?
It's hand in hand. I can't run the miles without Richard and Kevin Baker or Mr. Brett Freeman. So those are the ones that I had to gain confidence in because they didn't know anything about me when I first got here.
Right.
It's a group effort, and without those three or the collective dispatch and load planners, my success is minimal. Okay. You can't do it, but you're not going to do it by yourself because I can't drive and dispatch. So I have to have Richard and the load planner.
Now, what you just said there, I can't tell you the times that me and Derek Thompson talks, and we'll have drivers, and I'm gonna say it, drivers don't do it, but we have drivers to try to drive and dispatch.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. He's not looking at that screen and he's thinking, well, if I go up here, I'm gonna get this. But you're way ahead of him. You're way ahead of him. And Anthony, to hear you say that, man, that woman, I want all my drivers to hear that. But I want you to go back to something. I think the reason I've learned things throughout my life, if I don't know something, I ask somebody. So trucking has got so modern. Yes, people, I'm gonna ask this question too. When you pull on a DOT scale, you can email that particular way station your logs, and that's how they check them.
Yeah, your day logs.
Okay. I thought they looked on the thing. That is really convenient. You
Yeah,
tell I've been out of it a little while.
It's got a macro on it. When you go to day log, it's got E-Rod, E-R-O-D-S on it.
Uh-huh.
All I do, you hit that, and it's gonna come to comments, and the DOT gonna give you some kind of code that goes right to his computer in his car, so he can see your logs immediately. So if you falsifying, you didn't do something on it, he sees it right then.
Right then and there.
Yeah.
I fought against the e-logs. And when I say fought against it, I didn't, I said, oh man, well, let me tell you something. I thought, you get in safety and you see the things that happen. Fatigue driver. A fatigue driver is one of the dangerous drivers on the road. Why? Because you make mental mistakes. Little simple mistakes. Red lights, stop signs, turn signals. Those little simple things that will cause a real big accident. Right. So I'm against the fatigue driver. And what the E-log does, is if that driver does like he's supposed to, he will not be fatigued. Mm-hmm. And we've always had a policy: bad weather, tired, family issues, don't go. One of the interesting meetings that I've been in since I've been in safety was the one with the insurance company. Mm-hmm. And it gave us a class. Anthony, you'll be glad to know this. It gave us a class. What it was telling us was how to detect things with drivers. Mm-hmm. Emotions, family things. When a guy talks to you, listen to him. See what he's got going on. And it was basically for the dispatch and safety. But Anthony, I know him in the gym. Mm-hmm. I know him at lunch. We're good friends. But he communicates with you daily, every day.
No doubt.
Every day.
No doubt.
And I'm sure y'all have shared little things. Hey, man, I don't feel like going. I got to do this. And, you know, you got to listen to that and know when what they was talking about was pushing. If you got a guy, you know, he's a good guy. I'm pretty sure if Anthony called you and said, man, I just don't feel it today, you just back off. You know he's not lazy.
That's right.
You know he's not lazy. It's just something that he has going on. And I tell you, he's one of our trainers. And I'm going to tell you how he got to be a trainer. I had somebody, I wouldn't dare call nobody name, but I had a guy that was on a training program and it didn't work out. And Anthony just overheard me talk and he said, let me finish him up, buddy. And he finished him up. And he come back and he said, need a little help in that department. And he started training. This week we had a little thing because he's training a guy that lives in Louisiana. See, that won't work for Anthony because of what you just said a while ago. But I'm listening to him. I'm not going to lose him as a trainer. I'm just going to fix the problem.
Right.
He can train, but he can't train nobody that doesn't live in Troy. Because when they take 2 days off, he ain't taking 2 days off.
That's right.
He don't want to take 2 days
Don't
off.
work that way.
So he wants somebody that he told me. He tell you just straight. He said, Hoss, I'll do this for you. He said, but I want a person from Troy, and I got you one too. That's the other good news. I got you one. I got one started this morning. And I told my people, I said, look, got to get somebody from Montgomery. For Anthony and I said, they coming. You know, and he's got this guy. He's ready. And I'm gonna let him get him another week and a little more.
Yeah, 2.5 months.
Yeah. And I'm gonna put him with this person. The most thing I've learned since I've been in safety is to listen. I used to hear my granddaddy say it, and I said, what's wrong with that old man? Boy, shut up. Lord would have wanted you to talk. He gave you 2 mouths. You got 2 ears. Hush. You know, we be fixing on fence.
Yeah.
I never understood why you take a regular pallet and put up on a hog pen and he gonna get out through it. I just never understood that. And I get to fussing about it, and he said, boy, shut up. And so I've learned to listen and listen to drivers and what they say. You know, if I had 700 trucks, say if I hit the lottery and I got 700 trucks, I still have a problem because I need 700 good drivers.
Oh, yeah.
They would tear them trucks up. They would tear them trucks up. And to hear Anthony say that he can't do it by himself. He can't take the whole credit for the DOT because the shop had to see those things. Now, I'm going to tell you, Ken Bray and John Smollers, is one thing I can say about them, and I know I'm aggravated. I'm being talked to by drivers, and I tell them, and Doug Kitchens, our safety director, he said, let nothing fall on deaf ears. So once you tell me, I've got to do something about it, because if he gets wind of it that I didn't check it, he's going to know, well, why you didn't check it? But those guys are so nice about it. And I think if all the drivers took the attitude, and drivers, I want y'all to hear, I have a lot of drivers watch this show at night. You got to realize the shop is not your enemy.
That's right.
The shop is not your enemy. The shop can have you where you go through a level 2.
Yep.
And I go back to the brake shoe situation. I mean, that's a clear case of the shop catching that. That driver was upset, and when I told them that I had to get the driver credit, they was good with that. I said, you're going to have to have those shoes.
Well, me and you was talking the other day, and I reckon, you know, and I thought about this too, the biggest thing is when you come in there, you can't be in a hurry.
No, you can't.
And I think that's what gets everybody in a bad situation.
They're in a hurry.
And there and they're ready to go. You know, you can't.
And you know, and I tell drivers, you know, we got to wash and a dry. Not good for Anthony because he lives right here in Troy. But I tell my outside drivers, make it a day that you got things you need to do. A lot of drivers now, they come to Troy, they've got their doctors. We got good eye doctors, we got good doctors. We got anything you need in Troy. So make your appointments in Troy if you don't have a regular position. And then you can do something. You can say, okay, I need to go to the doctor anyway. Okay, I need to wash laundry. Okay, I want to go shopping. You know, and we take people to get something to eat. But put in your mind, okay, this is going to be a little bit.
Right.
But put in your mind, I'm not going to be sitting beside the road when I leave here, unless there's something we can't help.
Exactly.
I'm not going to sit and say we don't have breakdowns, but that is what that is for. And these new trucks, this new era we living in with this regen and stuff, I mean, I found this out a couple of weeks ago, you know, because every time I get to hunt the truck, it's at the dyno. But they have to read you in it. If they don't do it, it's going to quit. It's just going to quit.
That's right.
These new trucks are going to quit if they don't do it. And these guys have went to school, they've learned this stuff, and they know what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, it's just good when you hear drivers say, you know, I credit the shop, you know, because they're trying, you know. We short, anybody out there need a job mechanic can come on call us. We'll get them done. So since you've been with us, Richard, I'm gonna leave Anthony alone. Now I'm gonna move on to you now. Since you've been, what has your experience been like? Because every time, I mean, me and you met, and,
Right.
and we've been
You know,
kicking.
I think the biggest thing, and I thought about this yesterday all through the weekend. I think the biggest thing, you know, I had been with the company I was at for 20 years, so you know, I was part of the family.
Yeah.
You know, everybody was close like that. You know, and I'm thinking, you know, I've been 20 years somewhere, and I'm fixing to go somewhere brand new.
Yeah.
Like I'm starting from the ground up.
Yeah.
But the thing I really noticed when I started in day one, I felt like family.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody just sort of,
Yeah.
you know, it's not like you the new guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And of course, I knew most everybody.
Yeah.
But that's probably the biggest thing I can say.
You know,
It's-
that you was a. And what you just said there just warms my heart because that's what Mr. Sanders wants. That's what Stephen wants. Stephen Sanders wants us to continue to grow, but continue to have that family thing. And I think that was a lot of people didn't realize that. Yes, he's a little younger than some of us, but great mind, great family man. Got 3 girls. You know, he's put some people around in Derek and Trace and made Doug the safety director. He's built a team, and we got a strong team. And I remember when they was talking about you when you started the division you was in, and they said they was bringing a guy in. I was just like you. I said, wonder what the new guys like.
Yeah.
And you know, one about a week into it, me and you got to talk, and we've been talking ever since.
Right.
And
Right.
I'm gonna tell you now, I judge a man by what he do. And you called me one night because you want to know a question, and you use your cell phone. And I tell people about my cell phone. I have to be careful because I'll be engaging somebody's number away. But my cell phone is public. It's
Right.
just out there.
Right.
Because that's what I do. I'm the 24-hour man, and that don't bother me. But when other people share their number with me, it makes me feel like they're on the team. You know, they're saying, I ain't running from you. Here's my number. You can call me. Because some things you can't get done at 5. You just can't. Like the other day, me and you had talked about a driver. You know, you had to call me at 6. You know, sometimes we have to reach out. I think those are the people that I heard him mentioning Brent Freeman and Kevin Baker and Philip Bass and all them people up there, Charles Rose and people that just been there a while, but they're not afraid to reach out and say, hey, man, you need some help. Robin Sullivan, Lee Outlaw. I mean, if I didn't have Lee Outlaw's cell phone, I would never get to talk to him. Because he's small. And you're going to get him on the phone and those guys. But
you know, I'm sure Anthony feels that way about me some days.
I do.
He'll
If
get
Anthony
somebody.
don't, I
He'll
do.
get somebody.
Oh yeah.
But you know the biggest thing about Anthony, and I'll say this, and drivers, you need to take a page out of his book, is he's a people's person.
No doubt.
He carry himself in a way that he lets you know, I'm just trying to make a living, you know. And so if it takes me going down there and dropping the hook in my truck, I'm good with that. Just tell me what the rules
I
are.
witnessed that firsthand with him the last weekend when I worked. We had a driver out back, and I think you had trained him.
Chris.
Right?
Yes.
He had a little issue out back. Well, Anthony had come in, you know, he was good to go with his load, but you know, he took the time out to. It was what, 2 or 3 hours before y'all got him. He dropped his stuff and went to help Chris right out back.
And you know, and
Take
that's,
care of his little problem.
and I was telling Doug this. Anthony is going to be a prime example of the mentor program that we're trying to do. We're trying to, and I'm glad y'all said that. We're trying to make we got it in place. But that's what the mentor program is about. Even though that was he had trained him, but still, he took time out to help him. I talked to Chris the other day when he come out there, and I saw him. I said, "You finna go?" He said, "Nah." He said, "I'm just getting ready for in the morning." I said, "You've been around Anthony tonight."
That's right.
You know, that's what
That's right.
Anthony does.
Exactly.
He was coming out there to check on it. Things can happen.
No doubt.
Things can happen. This is trucking. I hear this every morning, Monday morning. I hear this every Monday morning for Doug Kitchen when he talks to the recruits. Me and him both, we say our little spiel, but one of the things he said his spiel, and I try not to never steal it because I like the way he presents it.
Mm-hmm.
He says, when you're in this profession, he say, not if you get frustrated. He makes a point to say, not if.
Mm-hmm.
He says, when you get frustrated, remember that we are here. He lets them guys know, day one hiring in, you're going to get frustrated in this industry. But don't panic and just calm down. And most time it can be worked out. It can be worked out. It can be worked out because that's what we do. That's what people like the dispatcher and your recruiter comes in and the shop, you know, whatever your issue is, that's what we're there to do it. I basically want the driver to just have a nice day of driving his truck. It's not breaking down on him, and he going to every place and unloading and reloading. But I'm sorry, it just don't happen like that. You get there, you got no control if you send Anthony to North Carolina to unload, and the forklift up there in North Carolina quits.
No control.
There's nothing you can do.
Yep.
And that's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
That's gonna happen, and you're gonna break down. I sent Derek and he had a good answer for a driver was complaining about his truck, but he had been broke down. And every now and then you just get the bad luck.
That's right.
You know, you get
That's
one
right.
thing fixed, and you just having these little things. You just think, oh man, it's all against me. And I sent it. I sent what the guy had sent me, and I sent it to Derek. And his answer to that was, we try to provide the best equipment that we can on the road. And I thought about that. That's really true. That's really true. When it fails, it's not because we didn't try to provide the best equipment on the road.
Right.
We didn't try to provide it. And it's just good when you work with guys that see that and recognize that. And Richard, I want to tell you, man, I'm going to tell you right here on live TV, on Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders, you have done a great job. And it's been a joy to get to know you and to work with you, you know. Got to get you in the gym with me and Anthony so he won't beat up on me so bad. Let him take some of it out on you. Yeah, let him take some of it out on you. He beat me up so bad the other day. And he caught me, you know, I tried to get him in a conversation, you know, and I was like, da. He said, still, you'll say, tell me that when you get through, tell me that.
No, what I said is, when you get through talking, go ahead and finish your setup.
Yeah.
But I knew what he was doing. He was delaying it.
I'm trying to get me a little rest.
You know, that rest period in there, yeah.
You know, Christmas is coming up, and I've got a lot of good ideas that we're going to do at the Christmas Festival. And this will be your first year working with us on this. And now we come down to the part where I really was happy because I was going to bring you anyway, but it worked out that one of your drivers won. I just want to tell you on behalf of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines on Truck Talk, man, we're glad to have you. You're a good guy, and you did nothing but try to help, man. We're glad to have you a part of the team,
Happy to be
and
here.
we're glad that you feel that way. You know, it ain't nothing like Doug. I've learned so much from Doug since he's been the safety director. And one of the things he said, come to work happy, enjoy yourself, and heck, you just happen to get paid for it. You know, and that's how me and you will joke, you'll call me, all right, I got an issue, and we'll laugh about it, but it'd be something we got to do,
right.
but we
That's right.
don't even complain about it, we just get it done. We get it done. And so I want everybody to just listen to this show, just remember that we're here to help you. These guys, Anthony's here to bring the freight to you, Richard is here to give him the freight, and I'm just a man that just talking. That's what Anthony said. That's what he tell me all the time. He said, I just talk. He said, I just talk. Well, Anthony, let me ask you this. You told me something, and I like to hear this. I like to hear stuff over and over. You told me, you said, man, you said, you know what? I think this is where I'm going to retire. You still feel that way?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Ladies and gentlemen, you hear that? That's good. I have, and we talk about that 401k. And I've hit home with Anthony. I've hit home, and this is what I try to tell people. And I'm making a chart for this. Then I'm gonna have Rat back there, and I'm gonna get there and do some numbers. But I got to make sure I got my numbers right. But this number I do have right. Your gross pay. That's what your check starts off. Whatever we match that 4%. That's going to be hard to beat. And to top that off, we come back and you're automatically vested. And I like that, you know, I go a lot of places. When I dare not call no other places, but I go to a lot of schools. And I have a student ask me, so what about the contract? And I love that question because I can chew it up. I said, I'm not going to put you on no contract. I said, you come work for me. I feel that what I offer is strong enough. I ain't got to get you to sign nothing. Vice versa. If you don't like me, you can go. And then I turn around and I bag that up with, we've been here since 1959. I said, we ain't going nowhere.
That's right.
You can blow me a little bit, but I ain't going nowhere. COVID kind of shook me a little bit, but we kept trucking. And that was that ought to let all the drivers, especially in this area, I tell people, if you live within 100 or 150 miles from me, and you're not driving for me and you both are losing money.
That's right.
In this area, you can't be. Go ahead, sir.
You know, the one thing that was I neglected to say is the approachability. Like if I come in and I get on the phone and call Richard, he won't stay on the phone. He's holding. I'll be up there, talk to me face to face. That's what I like to do.
He'll walk up to the window.
Yeah, walk up to the window and talk.
Yeah.
Most places I work to don't want to be approached like that.
Just
They
the
want to
telephone.
approach you. Yeah, they want to talk to you on the telephone, your number. Like when I call in, I don't tell Richard who I am. I don't tell him my truck number. He automatically knows all that. And you introduced me to Stevens Sanders.
Yeah, Mr.
And I didn't know who he was, and I didn't know he was that approachable. The one thing I can say is Stevens, Trace, Doug, they are so approachable. They will drop what they're doing and that's Richard and Mr. Baker and all the load planners, but they would drop what they're doing to come conversate with you, and that's kind of refreshing to me.
And you know where they got that? You know where Stephen got that from?
Wiley.
That's correct. Mr. Wiley always let everybody that worked for him know. He would always say this: I can get anybody to answer the phone. I can get anybody to do this. You can't put anybody in that truck driver. I'm not saying that those people's jobs are down less. And Stephen Sanders took that from his daddy. And if I want to get in trouble today, I could start right there and mistreat him. That would be. They do not. Trace is the same way. Trace Parker is driver order. I was just walking down the hall one day, and I don't know who he was talking to, and I wouldn't dare tell the name if I did. I was just walking down the hall. I don't know what they said, but I heard what he said because he was loud, and he said, that aggravates the driver. And when it aggravates the driver, it aggravates me. Well, I got to walk a little faster because I want to make sure I put my name in there, and I got to walk a little faster. But he made that real clear. That aggravates the driver, and when the driver's aggravated, that aggravates me. And that's the same way my statement is. If one of them drivers flag him down that knowing he gonna stop. Now he gonna stop, and that's real good. You know, a company that big and have that.
Right.
And I think that's why I get the chance to say that we've been here since 1959.
Now, you are the same way, because I've called you plenty of times.
Oh yeah.
And told you what my issue was, and I've been there in person and sat down and talked to you, and you have been very abrupt to handle the situation. And I've seen you do it not with just me, with other drivers.
Well, Derek Thompson, we was talking one day, and a lot of people didn't know how I got that job. Me and Derek was talking one day, and he said, I want you to help these drivers. He said, I want you to be their go-to man. He said, they feel like they ain't got nobody to talk to. And he made it clear to me. He said, nah, there's going to be some things you ain't going to be able to do, but you're going to listen to them. And I listened to them, and I try to approach it. And sometimes, I tell you what I found out. Sometimes it'd be a matter of picking up the phone and calling somebody and telling them to do this or do that. It's a guy that, you know, we have a lot of people live here, that work here, that don't live here. And when a recruit comes in, and my staff, we realize that they don't know nobody unless they've been talking to Brandy or me. That's the only person they know.
Right.
So I come up with this thing on Mondays that I get in there, and I let them know we're glad to have you. And these are the people that you're going to be working with this week. And if you need anything, some people be so nervous. I can see them just say, okay. And I hear a lot of them say, I've never been in an orientation like that. You told me that.
Yeah.
You said, I've never been in an orientation like this.
Never.
And I try to tell everybody, my favorite word is every Monday morning, I hope this is your last orientation for driving a truck. This morning, I said, I hope this is your last orientation. And Doug made it clear, not last.
Yeah.
But it's good. I thank God for our company and the people that we got that work with us. If you turn the news on, you're gonna hear pandemic or election.
Something bad.
And through all of that, we'll still manage. I remember, we get the Easter up on Wednesdays, and this will always be in my heart. One Wednesday morning, I was getting ready for work. My Easter went off on my phone, and the guy was just talking about how many Americans was out of a job. And I thought, I ain't missed a day of work. We was blessed. Yeah, we had some people get sick. It's no secret. But look at it. We kept going. We took care of our people.
That's right.
Got them back to work, and we just take care of our own. And that's what Sanders does. I got a guy that's gonna have knee surgery. He's called me. He kind of lives out of his truck. He runs a lot. He's called me. I made some arrangements, and we're gonna take him to therapy, and that's what we do. That's what family do. He's part of our family. Right now, he's down. He needs some help. When I had my surgery on my toe, Doug made sure, if I needed anything, let him know. And one day they did bring me something to eat. I was tired of my cooking, and they bought me a plate out there, And
Congratulations to that, man.
You trying to say I can't cook, Anthony?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Anthony's gonna make me. I got a whole big truck. It's called 777. It's got that old big walk-in sleeper. He don't even know nothing about it. It's got that 15 over in it with that 4 1/4 Caterpillar. He gonna make me get it back out. I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to stay in retirement mode on the driving side, but I still can step now. I still can step. He say I can't. He came out to go to the bathroom too much. He said I'm beside the road too much. He say I can't.
Trace knew firsthand you can't. So
But really though, I don't want neither one of you guys to leave here without me letting you know how proud I am that you came on the show. Anthony, I'm so proud of you. You have set the bar for the SCD.
No doubt.
You have fixed it well. When people say they can't make it, I'll call your name. I'll say, well, I don't know about that.
Let me show you.
And
That's right.
8862, she does it. And and I don't say this enough, but guys, we got some lady drivers out there can doggone so put it down now.
Burning it up.
Huh?
Burning the road up.
That Kimberly Cruz on that 815 and that Brero on that 816. Oh yes, sir. They can do it now. And I try not to get in the name because I hate I did that. But all ladies, all our drivers are good. But them are some that this. Bree sent me a picture yesterday where she turned 600 miles. She sent call onto them. It was legal. She was letting me know. She said, this is why I like my old truck. And who would have thought that we'd have ladies in this industry doing the job that they're doing? I talked to one this morning. She was on like her second trip. Sean Page recruited her. And that's what we do. She's not my recruit, but she had my number. And she reached out to me. She's backing in the dock. And she was asking me some questions. I said, you got it now. When she called me, she was about in it. I said, you got it now. And that's what we do. And that's what we got to continue to do. And Anthony, we appreciate drivers like you that when you see these drivers out there and you help them and learn. Trucking is so modern now. It is so modern now. It's just the everyday thing. Who would have thought a DOT could look at your logs from his car? Who would have ever thought that?
Yeah.
You can do it.
That's just really neat. I know they can look at it at work. They can go in our system.
Yeah.
That's good.
Right
And another thing I want to tell some drivers this here too. Remember this. Clearinghouse. That clearinghouse can be your friend or it can be a danger to you. Drugs and alcohol, you don't want that on your clearinghouse.
Yeah.
You can't get no job nowhere. You can't get no job nowhere. So keep up. If you're working for a company and they don't know nothing about clearinghouse, call me. Call me, because you need to be working for me. That is your future. That clearinghouse. We had a guy in orientation this morning. He was asking about. That's something that came out in January. And what that does is, if I go and, you know, we don't call other companies' name on this show, but if I go to trucking company house and I fail a drug test, well, that company is going to put that in the clearinghouse. It's going to be in the clearinghouse.
Right.
And it keeps it from slipping through the cracks. The doctor does, not the company, the doctor does. Because that's really private information. But the DOT has stepped in and said, hey, we got to know this.
Right.
Because we don't want these guys jumping from here to here. And it stopped it. And I'm glad it stopped it because it gives you quality people. I used to didn't, and I'm going to get out of here after I say this, but I used to be one of them guys, well, it ain't none of my business. And I watched this commercial. And it was saying, it's none of my business. That's how the commercial goes. It's none of my business. The guy goes in the bathroom and he snorts up about 2 lines or something. I don't know what it was. And he gets back in one of them big old Peterbilts that I was talking about. And he going down the road at 100 miles an hour. And they show the speed on 100 miles an hour. And he run over his family. He says, that's your grandchild? Is it still not your business? So it is. We got to keep these highways safe. Your child is out there. Your grandchild is out there. Your friend is out there. Your mother, your daughter. We got to keep these highways safe. And I pride my company for, we will hire you, but you got to have yourself together.
Right.
You got to have yourself together. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, you can't have all these speeding tickets. I tell you, I love to go fast. But I can't stand in front of class and I got a spare license in my pocket, got all kind of tickets on them. I don't feel like I'm carrying myself right. I like to be able to tell them, pull me up, 900-4608. I ain't got them tickets, you know, and I ain't got these kind of things going on, and that's what I want you to have. And come here, you can make a darn good living driving a truck. I mean a good living. Especially when you're driving somewhere that's got plenty of freight, got good equipment, got people like you there, the dispatcher, and people like Kevin, them, you know, you can just make a good living.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good industry. It's a good time to be in it.
That's right.
If we look from our head, even this old boot that I got on for my toe, it come on a truck. You know what that meant? They have to tell me that because I get to talking. He used to do 2 minutes, but I never could get off in 2 minutes, so he went to 3. He went to 3 on me. That's bad, ain't it? That's bad, ain't it? He used to give me a 2-minute warning, now he gives me a 3.
We can sit here the rest of the morning, couldn't we?
Well, I mean, you just get around good people. That's right. But drivers, the 2 new drivers of the month, y'all got this. Look at Anthony. How you looking at that man's head? Craig McCoy, 4020. Gordon Currington, $5.99. I will. These dispatchers was. I'm gonna tell them like you tell them now they're gonna have to write bigger and write it better. The sheriff couldn't even read this jibber jabber. I'm gonna get on them guys. But these out to it. And when I leave here, the first thing I'll do is take these to the store and get their shirt. Ideal Graphic. That'll be the first stop I'll make, and I get their shirts made. Anthony, you were the first one. That was just started. You got a shirt. The other drivers of the month didn't get the shirt, and it's just something that Trace gave us. He kind of turned the rings loose, and we just tweaking it as we go. I think we there now. I don't think we'll go no further, but it was just something. You know, we got the annually, the quarterly. Well, we wanted something that just came up regularly.
Right.
Came up regularly, you know, and a lot of times Anthony was lucky the DOT didn't get him for that light, that tag light. But some of them will do that still, you know. But you know what that shows? I tell my kids this all the time. Your attitude.
That's it.
Will control your altitude.
That's exactly right.
Anthony had to be talking in a way that guy said, you know what, this guy's got his stuff together. I'm not going to give him that.
See if that guy would have picked up on him having a frustrated.
Yeah.
It'd have got him.
He'd have been like, well, I'll tell you what. You know, I'll tell you what.
But and that's another thing real quick before I can say about it. I've never heard Anthony frustrated about anything.
Well, that's good, because I have.
I sent him to you.
Anthony, we're just glad to have you, man. We're glad to have you a part of our team. And, hey, I look forward to what you said. You was going to retire, but I'm going to tell you, you're going to be without me. I'm going to get out here a little before you. I don't know. I mean, there we go. At this time, on behalf of Truck Talk with Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, I'd like to say goodbye, but most of all, I'd like to say to all my Wiley Sanders truck drivers, to all of them, ladies and men, hey, y'all do a great job. We love y'all. And until next Monday, be safe. Truck Talk with Wiley, Sept.